What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel on this very hot and humid day. Second round of today. Played 9 yesterday on course, walked 9, which was the hottest day of the year so far. It was 97 with the real feel of well over 100 in the sun and with the humidity. Today is high 80s, low 90s. Probably the real feel is mid to high 90s right now. Second simulator round of today. And we are playing, as you can probably tell by the title thumbnail, and you can see the name of the course. Of course, I've been looking forward to playing for a while. An extremely exclusive course, which I would never be able to play in real life, but we are doing the Grove XXIII, aka the Grove 23 in Hobe Sound, Florida. Course designer here was Run Pud Run. I can hear some music seemingly in the background, so I'm going to mute this background music real quick here if I can. Alright, there we go. Muted that. You never know with some of these one-off courses. I know the Caddyshack course was one of them that had the theme song playing first, but Run Pud Run, basically this is Michael Jordan's, aka in my opinion the GOAT of basketball, Michael Jordan's ultra exclusive private course that he personally had designed. Basically just had someone make it for him, which is awesome, on like 200 plus acres in Florida by a course designer named Bobby Weed. So you may have seen some other people play this with the GSPRO, and maybe seen some other short clips of like Tiger and other people playing this course, but pretty awesome course when you're a multi-billionaire like Michael Jordan is, the GOAT of basketball. Being able to have someone build you an extremely nice and exclusive course just for you to go play with your buddies and whatnot, pretty darn cool. I believe I did look at the course flyover on a YouTube channel. I think it was called Eagles and Birdies. I'm pretty sure that YouTube channel has a lot of the flyovers, but there's some pretty cool little intricate details. So if you guys notice, I think this is the Sunday Red logo for Tiger's new apparel. I saw some more logos like that throughout this, and I believe there's I saw a drone fly over. There's some drones, there it is. Drones that'll be flying over, you'll see stuff like that, and I believe there's some goats, funny enough, along the fairway and whatnot throughout this course. But pretty cool, intricate course. Have had this on my to-do list for a while, so we're gonna see what happens here. Like I said, second round of today. Played Royal Troon, the home of the 4th major, just before this. Had a really good, came out hot on the front 9 and then kind of fell apart. I think some of this heat and fatigue from yesterday is getting to me, so expectations aren't the highest for this round, but we're going to see what we can do here from Michael Jordan's exclusive course. For the rundown, everything's linked down below in the description. I'd appreciate it if you guys check out those Amazon links. Great way to support the channel at no additional cost. I get a small affiliate commission if you guys buy anything on Amazon, if you just click one of those links first. So greatly appreciate that. But Garmin Approach R10 behind me on the DIY level stand, 5x4 hitting mat, Callaway super fast balls, 10x7 nets, and GSPRO on my gaming laptop over here, running Michael Jordan's exclusive course. So without further ado, first hole, par 4, 434 yards. Take a look at this flyover. That's the clubhouse there. You may have seen pictures of that. Looks absolutely amazing from the pictures that I've seen on the internet. I just did a quick flyover. A lot of these holes look similar to this, but I don't know a ton about the layout, if there's any kind of signature holes here. I'm assuming there are. But I think, like I said, it looked like when I was looking at the flyovers, there's some cool little drone details and like the Tiger logos, and I think some goats that are hanging out in the fairway, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But first tee shot here, let's see. Had some ball speeds in the 150s at the beginning of the first round, and then they've been slowly tapering off, so I don't know if we'll be 150s anymore. Seems like my back is definitely feeling it from 9 yesterday on course, walking 9 and then 18 before. So I don't know if we'll see too much more than about mid to high 140s, but let's see. First tee shot here. Today was the only day I could come out here, so making hay and playing holes while the sun shines. Not a bad start. Definitely wasn't the quickest in the world, but that should be a low worm burner up the right. 141, 101, like I said. Only about 247 on this. The stimps, I think, are 12 for the greens. The fairways are firm, and the greens are listed as normal, but Normal, which is good, I guess, for approach shots, being able to stick a little bit better, but they're going to be quick once they land. These approach shots and chip shots are on the green. Leaves us with 187. Honestly, the way my back's feeling and the way distance is continuously going down, it was only 141 on the ball speed. I consistently, I'm swinging a decent, hit my 3-wood more than that, but I may have to start clubbing up on some of these shots. 187, and I think we may kick it off right here off the bat with a, usually this would be a decently struck 7-iron. I think I'm going to hit 6. Should probably get in the habit of doing this more often back here and on course, of just clubbing up and swinging easier, but popped it up a bit. Oh, it's fading a ton. That's going to miss the green right. Pin high though, by the looks of it. Felt halfway decent, felt struck decent, just popped it up and came across it, left the club face open. That was a pretty mondo slice on that one. But we're pin high, hitting 3. "21 yards. We're on a downslope. I don't love that. It's going to come out a little bit left, so we'll aim just there. Thinking about, we'll see. I'll get a better feel for these greens, how much they roll out and whatnot after the first couple holes, but thinking around 15 yards of carry. Maybe even a tad less because of that downslope, but let's see what we can do here with the 60. Should be decent. Drop kicked it a little bit. All right, pretty good shot there. Got it to launch high, land soft. We'll take that for a par. Even through 1. Second hole, par 4, 383. I don't know what all those, I guess they're like yardage markers and trash cans. It seems like there was a bunch of those when I was watching the hole flyovers. There's like a bunch of those little like trash cans all along the course, which is kind of weird. Some of them in weird places too. I understand them by the tee boxes, but it seemed like there was some in like the side of the fairways, which is a little bit strange. So we got a slight, or I guess more than slight, up there it kind of turns. Dogleg left. We'll aim here. Healy, not hit horrendous though, 147.9. It should roll out, hopefully just short of those bunkers. 263. Leaves us with 115 left into this green. Ooh, and there's water back there. Don't like that. We're on an upslope, so don't really want to go for that pin. I'd much rather be right there. That thing, this is a sucker pin location if I've seen one. 109 right there, so it's going to be an approach wedge. And honestly, I would rather hit this around 100 and come up short and have to chip it with a 60 versus hitting this a little bit too hard and having a penalty stroke into that water. So it's going to be as close to about 100, 105 as I can here with the choke down approach wedge. Came across, it started left, should fade back right. This may actually work out. Oh, all right. Well, kind of what I was talking about, right around 100. Garmin had that at 97. 100 on the dot, oddly enough, from the game. Ended up with 104.2, but that was kind of the shot I was looking for there. I tend to airmail greens more often than not with this approach wedge, so would have been nice to get a little extra carry on that, but that was the safe shot there. So we got a little 13-yard, 60-degree here, get inside the inner circle to save par. Upslope, which is good, should launch a little bit higher, land softer, come out a little bit left, so we'll aim there, and probably need right around 10 yards of carry. Pulled a little bit left, it's going to be just a tad short, but not bad. Another par, I believe. Even through 2. Third hole, par 3, 237. Got a golf cart over there. We got water. You see all these, it must just be, there's like the yardage and the trash can, like every single tee marker, which usually there's like one per hole. It's kind of odd seeing that many of them, but let's do this flyover. When I looked up the quick overview of this course, they said that it was like 200 plus acres of like marshland, which that water there, these little narrow rivers kind of makes sense seeing it, but bought like 200 plus acres and they made the course out of it. So 237, we're gonna aim here. Definitely do not want to be to the right on this, so we're gonna aim here, and I'm gonna go 4 hybrid off the deck. Usually good strikes right around 240, 245, probably in the neighborhood of about 10 yards less right now because of the fatigue, but just looking for a decent strike here. Thin, low, it's gonna fade. That could be wet. Yep. Very short, very right, very wet. Very bad strike. Yikes. We're gonna be able to drop. At least we'll get, wow, we have, I thought it was gonna let us drop further up. Well, so we're gonna drop here. Now we've got 185. We're just on the edge of the fairway. It's gonna come out way left. We're on a downslope. Jeez Louise. All right. Honestly, I'm just going to leave it there. Coming out that far left should be fine. May even go just a tad more just to protect myself from that water again on the right. 185. It's a well-struck 7, which I don't know if it's going to happen right now, and 6 is kind of a lot of clubs, so I guess we'll go 7. I don't know if this is going to quite get there right now, but it's closer to a 7 than it is a 6. That's gonna fade too. That could be wet again. Go. Wow. At least I kept my head down. Threw that one a little bit better. You guys were warned at the beginning. This may be a pretty ugly score by the end of it, the way I'm hitting it right now. So we are hitting 4 into a par 3. We gotta get this inside the inner circle to save double. Downslope's going to come out a little bit left, 18 yards, need about 15 to carry. 60. Oh, I pulled that left, but no read from the Garmin. We're going to get a free mulligan out of it. I'm not sure if that would have stayed inside the inner circle if I pulled that far enough left to miss it, which would have been a triple. So, take 2. I drop kicked it, but at least that was straighter. Alright, that works. Unfortunately, it's still a double, but you know it's going to be a rough round when I'm saying that works for a double. On to the 4th hole we go. 2 over through 3. 4th hole, par 5, 651 yards. I was honestly debating the way I was swinging it towards the end of that last round and the way my back was feeling, was debating playing a couple tees up, and this 651 yard hole, whatever I just said, is making me question why I played the furthest back tees again. But whole name of the game back here, at least for me, the way I think about it with these simulator practice type of rounds, try to make it as challenging as I can while not feeling like I want to snap a club. Obviously the wind would ramp things up and the difficulty even more, but I don't think I'm quite at that level just yet, as will be clear by some of the shots I'm inevitably going to hit here. Once I really feel good about the game, where my game is, and hitting things pretty consistently down the middle, I'll turn the wind on eventually. That was hit harder, but it's going to be pretty far right. 148. Stay just short of that. Sit. sit, and into the bunker we go. What was that? Low 260s on the rollout, I think. Felt better. Out of the middle of the cliff face, it was just cliff face was open and I came across it. .268. So only 385. My apologies, 385 yards left. Gonna go 3-wood right there, I guess. This 3-wood was in the doghouse last round. I'm gonna try it here. If I do what I did last time, this thing is going back in the bag with the head cover on, so I don't even get tempted to pull it out. All right, that was a pull left. It's coming back right, but that was at least hit halfway decent. 101, 144. Rolling out to about 237 out of that bunker. That's not too shabby, considering those fairway bunkers. 5 to 10%, they're dynamic lies. That one was 7%, so 7% on 237. What, 10% be 25, 23. Call it 12 yards, so that was like 249 on the rollout-ish. Leaves us with 150, up almost a yard. Just gonna hit a stock 9 iron here. Inner circle would be pretty nice right here. It'd be a birdie. Thin and heely. This may work though. Go. Alright. We're on the green for a par. Wow. That one again. Definitely wasn't the best strike in the world, the greatest strike in the world. I'm having a tough time even talking right now in this heat, but that only went 138 with a 9 iron. Usually I play this to 150, 155, occasionally 160, so club speed and distances are way down. 383 on this next one, I believe I saw. Pretty sure Michael Jordan plays a ton of golf. Pretty sure he's pretty good. Obviously, you have a course like this that you own. I'd imagine you're probably pretty good. Wonder what his lowest score here is. Maybe if someone looks it up, let me know down in the comments. So, 2 over through 4, 5th hole, par 4. 383, like I said. We'll aim here. These little marsh river things aren't the most pleasant thing to have in the back of my mind off these tee shots. Low worm burner, started left, coming back right. Wasn't hit particularly good, but good enough to catch the fairway. All right, 145. Well, I would just hit that last 9 iron. I'm just gonna hit a 9. If I come up a little bit long, so be it. It's gonna come out left, so we'll reset it. We'll go right at it. This usually playing my fade, sometimes purposely, sometimes not. This will come out a little bit left, fade back right, so if I can try to hit this relatively straight, should work out. Popped it up, but this may work out. Oh, landed soft, but we're on the green. Another par, I think. All right. Even that, 133 on a 9, and I didn't swing out of my shoes, but I felt like I was just gonna swing like a stock 9 there. That went the distance of a pitching wedge, so I am down almost a club distance-wise at this point on some of these shots. 2 over through 5, 6th hole, par 4, 428. I think anything between 5 over and even by the end of these 18, I'd be happy with. If you told me right now I'd be 3, 4, 5 over by the end of these 18 holes, I'd probably take it. Maybe those weren't goats. Again, it's kind of tough to see when they're doing the flyovers of the holes, these intricate little details. I know I saw these trash can tee marker things and I saw the carts. I did think there was a couple goats out there, but maybe I was mistaking those for trash cans. Would have been a cool little touch. Hit better, but pretty far right. Geez, 10.9 degrees of side spin to the right on that. Oh, awesome bounce though. That's lucky. That's some thick, deep rough over there, which we got to hit out of, but luckily that took a kick towards the left, back kind of more in towards play. All right, 253 on that one. We're still in the rough, which looks pretty thick. I can't even see the ball, but if I press B, I'm supposed to move it to the side to see the ball, so this is some thick stuff. I think it's still going to play the same, 6%. So 176, 10% would be 17, 18 yards. We'll call half of that, so like 9 yards. So we're up to about 185-ish. It's going to come out left. We're on a downslope. Let's go 6 iron. It would be, if I was feeling 100%, if this was the first round and I didn't play yesterday, it would probably be a 7. Well struck 7, but let's go 6. Thin and left. Get lucky though. Get going. Now sit. Tried the 10 finger on that one. Do seem to be able to hit my irons a little bit further and a little bit harder with the 10 finger grip as opposed to the interlock. Maybe that's what I need to switch over to briefly for this round to get a little more distance out of some of these shots. Still sticking at 2 over, 7th hole par 3, 178, down just over 3 yards. So this usually would be between an 8 and a 7, but like I've been saying with the distance loss that I'm experiencing right now, I'm just going to go full 7, and this still may come up short. 7 usually is about my 180, 185 club. And we need about 175. A little bit chunky, hit it decent though. 173 carry on the Garmin, sit. All right. Airmailed it, but that was struck better. I'll take that. That's a good miss, so to speak. Bogey, I got my 60 degree out. I thought we were gonna chip. Gave us an auto 3 putt. All right, to 3 over we go. 8th hole, par 5, 577. You guys can let me know, but these flyovers are usually me either getting a drink, putting my clubs back, grabbing a club. I haven't seen any of those goats, so I may have been mistaken, but if you guys catch any, let me know in the comments. It's weird. Yesterday when I played on course, I tried like 2 shots with the 10 finger. It just felt so much more odd and off on course with the 10 finger compared to back here. For whatever reason, back here on this mat, maybe I'm just more comfortable and I can let it fly. The 10 finger feels really good, especially with iron shots, but then yesterday on course, I tried it and it just felt too strange. So I was doing the interlock almost the entire time yesterday on course, but I mean, that 7 iron that I just hit, considering how sore my back is and everything else, that was a pretty well struck 7 iron with the 10 finger. So I don't know. Experimentation with the grip continues. Definitely like the more delicate in the finger feel with the wedges, delicate wedge shots. Low on the face, low launch, but it'll work. Did the 10 finger on that one again. for sure, full pitching wedge up until about 4 iron, even into the hybrids and 3-wood. I definitely, back here, it seems like the 10 finger feels more comfortable. Driver, I'm still 50-50. And then, like I said, wedges, definitely like the interlock, more in my finger feel for those delicate shots. All right, still 298 left. We'll go back to the 3-wood. What was that last one? 254? That was a pretty low launch. Another low worm burner up the left. We're hacking our way up this hole. What was that, 220 maybe? 225. All right, 92. Crawling our way up to this green. Downslope's gonna come out a little bit right. I think I need, so 92, probably in the neighborhood of about 85 of carry. I'm gonna go 56. We'll see. I feel more comfortable with like a 50 yard up to 75 with this, but let's see about a 3/4 56, how much we get out of this. Oh no, what is this? That hasn't happened. That shot like that happened a couple times a few rounds ago. It hasn't happened in a while, but that's unfortunate. I mean, from the Garmin, it had it as 17 yards. Obviously that wasn't that. That went nowhere on the ground. The spin axis was -30. Which is crazy. That's just a 100% complete misread. I don't know if that's just a terrible read from the Garmin that glitched out. I don't know if that's the connector or GSPRO or a combination of the three. But obviously you guys saw that shot. That wasn't a 17-yard carry shot or a 49. That actually felt pretty good off the club. So unfortunately we're gonna have to kind of hit this again. That's an unfortunate break on a round where we can't afford to have too many of those. I need all the help I can get right now. All right, 46 total, so right around 40 carry should be good. 56. Oh, I got a notification. My wrist vibrated as soon as I hit that. That felt decent again, and it was a no read. We got a vibration notification as soon as I took the club back on that. All right, take 2. That may need to sit. Yep. What is going on? What is it? Like, what is that? That's another weird glitch. That thing literally just sat and the ball like disappeared when it landed. That's strange. What's going on here? Luckily I don't have a crazy good round going, so if we get some crazy unfortunate breaks, it's not the end of the world, but that was strange. So I knew I hit that a little bit too much. I knew that was going to be closer to 50, and it was actually closer to 56, 57.2. But you saw in the game, like that literally just landed and sat, which does not happen, which is kind of strange. Brings us to 4 over through 8, 9th hole par 4, 469. At this point, we'll just chalk this up to a more than normal practice round and not get too high or too low on any of these shots, especially with some wonky reads that we've been getting. This hit decent. It's gonna fade, but 150 on the ball speed. That was the 10 finger again. That's probably about as much we'll see out of the ball speed for this round. Actually, even surprised we got into the 150s. That was squared up pretty good. Still a little bit of a low launch, but take that all day long. 265 on the rollout leaves us with 204. Up about a yard. Let's go 6 iron. Dug it out a little bit thin. We'll see. Straighter though. Get a bounce. Go. 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 Alright. Par. Again, that's why I mentioned it. I think it was that Trump round. I had like 2 pretty long practice sessions hitting shots with the 10 finger. And it seems like specifically with irons, I can control the club face a lot better. And felt like I was hammering things. I didn't have the R10 out here to see how far things were going, but it seems like I was hitting things a lot straighter and a lot harder and more flush. And that was a decent example of that. Caught it a little bit heavy, kind of dug down on it, but that was a pretty decent shot with a 6 iron for having it be a little bit of a miss hit. All right, onto the back nine we go. 4 over through 9, 10th hole par 4, 396. Why the 10 finger grip feels so good back here and so strange on course, I don't know, but I think there may be something to it though. Meaning, may be beneficial to keep exploring, keep experimenting, and maybe certain shots bring that out. It's not like I'm holding the club backwards by any means, changing the grip. It's still pretty similar. It's just instead of that interlock with my left index finger and my right pinky, it's more of just obviously the 10 finger, and it's pretty close to an overlap, but not quite. So it's not a significant change, but it's enough to where you can feel a little bit of a difference and some kind of awkwardness when you line up to certain shots. Low launch again, but it's right down the middle. It's fading. 146 though. Carried the bunkers. Should roll out to just shy of 260, I think. 261. Alright. Alright. Getting some decent club to ball contact right now. Fortunately, we're 4 over, but there's that drone again carrying something. 132. Pitch much. Fading a little more than I want, but it should be decent. Ooh, landed soft. Alright, still a par though, I think. That was pretty close to being a bird inside that inner circle. I think more so than the change over these last couple holes to the 10 finger. I am standing a little bit closer to the ball, a little bit more over it, trying to kind of stay down and through it and keep my chest kind of covering the ball a little bit more. I think that probably has more to do with some of these better strikes than anything else. But 11th hole par 5, 607. With a lot of water to contend with. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. I just whacked this stand over here with the end of the club on accident. Hopefully I didn't knock the camera or the mic. Well, if you guys can't hear me anymore, hopefully you still can. Shows it's still connected. We're still recording, so hopefully you guys can that didn't mess anything up. Like I said, hopefully you can still hear me. If not, at least you saw 9 holes. That was another thin worm burner is going to be low and up the right, but another no read. And then I do that. I'm sure that will register right into the water probably. I love golf. You gotta love that. That would have been another just low worm burner fairway finder up the right. Had a no read, redo it. I go and do that off the tee. And now we're penalty stroke and taking a drop in this crap. Yikes. 484. It's gonna come out left. So we'll aim here. I'm just gonna try to hammer a 3-wood up and out of this. Obviously, no one's fault but my own for having that terrible of a second shot there, but a little bit of an unfortunate break there. I did it again. Oh, there goes the scorecard. All right. Tough times here. Chunked it, but at least I launched it higher. That should be out of here, I think. From deep rough to deep rough. What are we hitting? Par 5, we're hitting 6, and we still have 246 yards out of this deep rough. Or, I guess it's regular rough, but still. Well, let's do another 3-wood. Who knows what we'll end up on this score, or the score on this hole, but we could be looking at a 10 to 15 over round all said and done if things keep going like this. Going from bad to worse here, folks. This is getting bad. As the goat says, bad. All right, get me out of this hole. Let's just put this near the hole, or near the green, and be done with it. Hitting 7 into a par 5, 73 yards, gonna come out right. We're on an upslope. Let's hit a 56. Toey pushed it right. This may miss the green right. Sit. And we still are not done with this hole. That I was debating calling it quits. I knew I wasn't feeling great coming into the second round of today. I had a feeling I was debating calling it quits after 18 holes back here today. Decided today was the only day I could come out here in the next week or so, so I wanted to get one more recorded and on camera, but starting to regret that just a little bit here, folks. 9 yards. Go in the hole. Ooh. Problem is we didn't have a very good score going anyways, but a hole like that just takes you completely out of the round. Now I could have birdies the rest of the way, and we're 8 over now. So we got what, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 7 holes left. So I would need 7 birdies in a row and still finish 1 over, which is not going to happen, which is kind of unfortunate. So like I said, this round and this scorecard is shot. But we're going to keep playing. 12th hole, par 4, 511. Pretty sizable dogleg left by the looks of it. All right, I got to piece together at least a couple good shots here. Over the top swing, but 257 and change. At least we're in play. Went back to the interlock on that one. Note to self, got to commit to one way or the other probably. Switching back and forth isn't probably doing me any good. Problem is, sometimes I hit it so good with that 10 finger, I want to keep trying to experiment and then decide on one or the other, but I'm not going to know for sure unless I keep trying different things. So kind of a love-hate relationship going on right now with my grip change. 229. Let's go 4 hybrid. Been playing some decent golf too, so I don't really know what made me think about changing my grip. It's not like I was in like a massive slump and then said, all right, I got to change things up. I was playing decent golf both here and on course, and then this 10 finger idea kind of crept in my mind. Healy came out left. It's gonna fade. That's gotta go though. Get a massive bounce. All right. Generous lucky bounce, but we got it there. Par. Not cutting into our 8 over abysmal round, but are you kidding me? 282 yard par 3. So I got to hit driver and still not even come close to it. 13th hole par 3, 282. What was Jordan thinking? Who in their right mind says par 3? Yeah, let's make it 282 yards. That's a good idea. I'll be lucky right now the way I'm hitting it if I come within 20-30 yards of this with the driver into a par 3. On the bright side, it's down 2.8 feet, so we got about a yard of downslope, which is good. Actually hit that halfway decent. 150 ball speed. Go. Ooh. It's probably gonna go back in it. Well, 251. Into the bunker, out of the bunker, and then back into it. I was actually struck decent too. That's about all I got right now. $32 yards out of the bunker. At least we're on an upslope, but there's the lip here. 32 up 4.3 feet. I grabbed the 60. It's probably more of a 56, but let's open up the 60 and try to just fly at 30-ish, maybe 35. May need to sit actually a little bit. Oh, that lipped out. That hit the cup and lipped out. That was actually a pretty good shot. All that for a par. Pretty good drive on a par 3 and a really good wedge shot out of that bunker. And we still only got a par. That's the way the cookies crumble in this round, folks. 14th hole, par 4, still 8 over, 493. My shirt is completely soaked. It literally feels like I just got out of a pool. Cold shower after I clean things up back here and we finish this round is going to feel really good. I wonder if it's possible if you, it would be like the odds of like a hole in one, like a 1 in 10,000 type of shot, but I wonder if you are actually able to like hit the ball off the drone, if you were able to do that, like ricochet it off the drone. Oh, that's going to be left. This is getting depressing. I'm swinging pretty hard at this, just try to get the ball to go anywhere. And the distances is getting less and less, and the miss hits are getting worse and worse, despite me still trying to swing at things to try to get it to go remotely anywhere close to my stock yardages. That was only 245, and I felt like I swung pretty hard at that, and that was only 99 miles an hour on the club speed. 238, at least we're in the fairway. Unfortunately, we got this mound here, so I'm going to hit 4 hybrid, and we may catch this mound. Oh! All right. This has turned into, I think the last round like this was the TPC Sawgrass video. I'm in a better mood this time, playing this bad. But this is getting really bad. Sorry you guys have to watch this. 193 on a terrible 4 hybrid. Lucky I even got that much out of it. Leaves us with 46. Come out right, a little bit of a downslope. We'll go there. And let's try an opened up 56. Been liking around my 50-yard shot with this, but we don't need 50 out of it. Flared it right. That's 51. Starting to get that distance with this club dialed in, but we didn't need quite that much on that one, unfortunately. Another bogey brings it up to 9 over. At this point, might as well go like 20 over, see how high we can get this score. Not on purpose. 15th hole, par 3, 156. I might have to hit an 8 iron. This would usually be a stock 9. Starting to see some footprint wears here from where I'm standing, but I think this just has more to do with the dirt and whatnot than the mat actually wearing out. This thing is getting, like the grass is kind of sitting down. I don't think it's wearing out, hopefully. Alright, 156 yard, 8 iron. I really hope this does not come up short. Doing a full club up here. Thin, heely, I may be short right. We got it there, but it is short right. And that's kind of depressing again because that was a full club up. That was an 8 iron. And we didn't even get it there. Par though. 9 over. 3 holes left. 16th hole, par 4, 338. That's a little more manageable. Sucks. I have a 18-hole round course. Had a pretty nice course around here coming up in a few days. Played really good. I went 4 under on the front 9 the first round I played back here, and then kind of blew up the scorecard on the back 9 now this round. It's not the best feeling having this be the last time I play before a round I've been looking forward to with some friends and family coming up, but hopefully, seems to be the case when I have low expectations going into a round, both here and on course. Sometimes I surprise myself and play better, so it may end up working out. High fly ball up the right. I tried to swing at that one too. That still went nowhere. At this point, it's not even worth trying to put extra wear and tear on my back. I tried to swing harder at that one, and I only got 103.8 on the club. I think these last couple holes are going to be a 1 or 2 club up type shots, and just try to feather shots in there. 78 yards. Up about a yard. Let's go 56. Try to fly this. Hit it about 75. Again, apologies you guys have to see this poor golf, but not exactly my choosing. Kind of checked out of the round, to be honest, after that horrendous hole, but it's not like I'm just mindlessly slapping it around. I'm still trying to hit good shots. It's just sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Like I say, it's not always sunshine and rainbows playing these rounds. And then stuff like that on top of it. That was actually another halfway decent strike, and that was just a complete misread. Wonder what the Garmin's picking up on that. Could be, maybe it's missing because that was a pretty foolish 3/4 swing with my 56. I'm wondering if it's like, instead of it's missing the ball somehow and it's picking up the club, and it's like getting super wonky readings, because that, obviously again, you guys saw that. Garmin only had that at 12.3 yards of carry. The game luckily was 36, that's still not right, and the total was 57, which, if anything, I hit that kind of hard, that would have been longer than 75, so what's going on there, I don't know, but at least this is happening. Hopefully this is kind of a rare occurrence. Hopefully it's luckily it's happening on a round where the scorecard's already shot, so no real big deal. I'd be pretty angry and upset if I was a couple under right now, and then we get shots like that are going on. 24 yards, going 60 degree. Hold it a little bit left, I may need to sit. Sit. Bogey or double, I think. Bogey. That's tough. Felt pretty good about that 56 too. That went from a possible birdie to a bogey. 2 holes left though. 17th hole, par 5, 545. Can't say I've ever seen a course like this with the empty golf carts just sitting around throughout the course. Maybe the course designer will stumble across this. Run Putt Run, I think he's a pretty notorious, well-known course designer. It would be pretty cool if they, I haven't seen any of those goats like I said, but that would be a cool idea if they could sprinkle in a couple goats hanging around. Be kind of a funny little nod to Michael Jordan. Maybe they can add that in. Thought that was going to be a duck hook left. Started way left, came back way right. Nice 235, 237, whatever it was. Mondo over the top slice. Came way across that. What was the club path on that? 6 degrees out to in. Pretty horrendous shot. Pretty decent read from the Garmin, I think, at least there. How it can go from a complete misread to something like that, which I think was probably pretty accurate, is beyond me. That was a poor swing. 299 with water there. At this point, I guess we go 3 wood. No shot we hit it into the water anyways. I'll be lucky if I even get it close to that 250 number, so let's just see what we can do. I was debating laying up, but probably not going to be able to hit a 3-4, I don't have a 3, but 4-5-6 iron that great anyways to lay up, so. Or just top worm burn it left. Go! .83 out of the rough. Let's try the 56 again. May have to redo this course. Pushed it right. This is a fitting end. .24 out of the rough. Massive downslope is going to come out right. This is a hidden hope. Hitting 5 into a par 5. Go just a little bit. It was decent contact. Wow, I thought that was going to be short. A little bit too much, actually. Was that a double or a triple? All right, we made it. 18th hole, par 4. We're 12 over, 499. Half of me just wants to swing out of my shoes for the fences and take out some frustration because of this round, but at this point, that's going to do more damage than it does good, so it's not worth it. Just try to get something in the fairway. Honestly, 230 plus, that's all I want. Well, it was straight. Actually drew it a little bit. Swung really easy at it. There's our 230. What was the club speed on that? 94.8. That was like a bunt of a driver. I swung super easy on that. 246. Well, I guess let's do a little easy 3-wood. It's gonna be way short, but maybe find a little bit of a silver line to finish this off. That was good contact. It was a decent driver swing. I swung really easy at it, but it was nice and smooth. See if I can do that again with the 3-wood. Probably end up in some crap up there, so I'm not trying to swing hard at it, but nope. Still Healy. Came out left. Staying over there, but we're in play. Hopefully, one chip shot, 160 degree, and then wrap this puppy up. Well, not my best here, but if you want to see some better swings and some better golf, go check out the front 9 from that Royal Troon course. 4 under through 9. 4 birdies, 5 pars on the front 9 there, and then kind of collapse on the back, and then you're seeing the very next round right after. Semi-rough, 24. All right, let's hit this about 20. Bogey, I think. All right. This is going to pain me, and I do not have any pleasure of going over this, but we're going to do it. So, from the Grove XXIII, aka the Grove 23, Roman numeral spells that out for Michael Jordan's jersey number. This was in Hobe Sound, Florida. Course designer was Run Pud Run. Again, Michael Jordan's ultra exclusive private course that he had designed basically just for him and his buddies, which is pretty cool. From he had Bobby Weed was the name of the actual course designer in real life, but ended up with a 13 over 85, so pretty darn bad. 40 on the front, 45 on the back, 0 birdies or anything better. Pars, bogeys, doubles, and a 9. Take a look at the stats. 10 pars, 5 bogeys, 2 doubles, 1 double plus. Longest drive 265. That's usually more towards my average, unfortunately. Average drive 252. Average ball speed 143. Best ball speed 150. 32 putts, 1 sand save. Hour and 20 minutes. Yikes, this was a long one because I had to take so many darn shots on every single one of these holes. 44% greens in regulation. Somehow we hit 79%, 11 out of 14 fairways, but there were some pretty open fairways, so, and considering I was hitting it so poorly off the tee, and just poorly in general, I wasn't hitting it very far, so I guess that makes a little bit of sense for hitting 11 out of 14 fairways, so we'll take that. Handicap, 6.5 for this course. So that's about it. I'm going to wrap this up. Definitely going to need a little bit of a break. Can't come out here for another week or so anyways. I'm playing on course, like I said, next couple days, so looking forward to that. Hopefully I don't have a round like this, and ball striking round like this that I just had on course for a round that I'm looking forward to, but hopefully take some time off between now and the next time I come out. Got 2 videos done today, so go inside, clean things up here, get those edited up, get them posted. Sorry you guys had to see some of that pretty poor golf, but it is what it is. Can't always play good, and honestly, from where I was maybe about 2 years ago, I probably would have been pretty happy with like 10, 15 over, so this was a pretty abysmal round, but all things considered, I guess my really bad rounds, if I can keep them to this, I don't know, that was pretty bad. I'm just trying to find some positive light in this, but I'm gonna wrap this up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed me seeing me play some pretty poor golf with some pretty horrendous swings. Appreciate some positive comments down there in the positive mentions down there in the comments. I can't even talk anymore, but like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.